Accurizing the Mosin. Now let's talk a little bit about what exactly my philosophy is here. So, I love the old character of the Mosin, right? And you can see I've popped the bolt out. This is just a safety thing, right? So that way you know that, of course, the rifle is safe and I know it. No reason to debate it, and I can do the work here feeling secure. But anyway, the Mosin is a classic, and this is a really cool Mosin. It's got matching serial numbers, right? The stock, all of it's original. So the truth is, I don't really want to do too many cosmetic changes to the innards of it. I want to be able to restore it to its battle rifle condition because there's just so much character to this particular gun. But I still want it to be able to shoot really accurately, right? I want it to be a good all-purpose hunting rifle. So, and target rifle. Right, so I've got a couple of things that I'm going to do that I'm right here at home. I don't have much more than a screwdriver. But that's okay because there's a couple of tools and changes we can make to make this a really, really accurate, fun to shoot rifle. And so let's start on the first, and probably one of the easier options, is the installation of a recoil pad. So this is the AIM Sports recoil pad, right? It's available on Amazon. I'll include the link down below. And this is the AIM Sports recoil pad. It's available on Amazon. I'll include a link in the description. And I think it's about $12.99. It's kind of a hardened rubber. It's a little flexible, right? It's just going to be just absorb some of the kinetic energy that otherwise you would be stuck getting your shoulder pounded in by this metal plate. And it's pretty uncomfortable, and the truth is, yeah, you can take it, but like shot after shot, right? Why have shooting be a painful experience when it doesn't have to be? Okay, so all we need to do this installation is the site maintenance tool that comes with the Mosin, right? So let's check it out. Right here, we're going to unscrew both of the screws. Right, there's screw number 1. And the second screw on the butt pad is right there. And then we just pop it off. And you can see, again, this butt pad has a lot of character. Look at how the bluing was almost completely rubbed off. And that's from rubbing. That's not a one-time thing. So again, it really speaks to just the historic character of the gun and why I want to keep it. I don't want to do too many changes to it because I like the fact that it's so used, and that it really is, it looks like a piece of history, right? So now we're going to take the butt pad here, and we're just going to sort of place these two components together. Now, you can install the butt pad, right, directly onto the rifle. It's true, but this metal plate, in addition to being it's not a recoil pad, but this metal plate really is designed to hold the stock and keep it from splitting. You have to think Mosin, these battle rifles are going to be in very hot, very cold, very humid, very dry conditions, and this stock, any wood really, will warp and split. And so this is sort of like a brace that's going to keep that from, splitting too badly, right? So we're going to keep it on there because, why not? And we're just going to check. So you can see right there. Let's see if we can see this. So you can see, hopefully, that there's some light there through that hole, right? And then we're just going to insert the first screw. All right, and this requires a little finagling. There we go. And then we finagle on the second screw, and you can see again, because Mosins were not precision manufactured. That just wasn't the nature of firearm manufacture in the Russian Empire and Soviet Union. They just weren't manufacturing things at that level. And so, yeah, we shouldn't be too shocked, right, that sometimes we're going to have to finagle the fit of things. I think if you want a precision manufactured rifle, you know, get a Remington 700. They're great rifles. They shoot well. You know, they're at times sort of mil-spec, but they're not historic. They're certainly not Mosin Nagants, right? So you can see, I'm going to dig this thing in here a little bit to kind of get it in to fit in the screw top, but you can see, and again, this is just a rubber pad, so if I shred a little rubber, it's really not the end of the world, right? And then we got this here. And you do want to make sure that when you mount this, you do your best to get it flush, right? These screws should be real deep in, because what you don't want is your recoil pad shifting when you shoot, right? That's just kind of a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for inconsistency, you know, a recipe for your shots to kind of go all over the place, right? And try not to shear, I'm trying my best here, not to shear off any of the, shear off the face of the screws, right? Also, an undesirable outcome. All right, and there you have it, right? You can see the recoil pad is installed, right? Making our lives a little easier and, you know, not complicated in the least, right? And we still have our original metal plate. It's good to go. And we've just got the 2 screws locking this into place. All right, so there you have it. Installing the AIM Sport mount or recoil pad onto your Mosin Nagant 9130. Be sure to like the video if you got something out of this. It really helps me out. And if you want to see more you know, techniques to accurize your Mosin in the comfort of your own home without doing any gunsmithing, be sure to comment on the video what technique you want to see me do next. And until next time, I will see you guys on the range.